For decades, André Rieu made the world fall in love with classical music again. Known as the Waltz King, he didn't just perform. He turned concerts into emotional experiences. Sold-out arenas, millions of records, and a global empire built on elegance and sound. But behind the music was a story far more complicated. Because the truth is, Rieu's legacy isn't just about success. It's about risk, pressure, and a moment that nearly changed everything. Born in Maastricht in 1949, Rieu grew up surrounded by discipline and music. His father was a conductor, and from an early age, the violin became part of his identity. After studying at the Royal Conservatory of Brussels, he had the skill, but not yet the vision that would make him a global icon. That came later. In 1987, he founded the Johann Strauss Orchestra, a bold move that broke classical music's biggest rule: distance. Instead of rigid performances, he created something joyful. Audiences clapped, danced, even sang along. For some, it was revolutionary. For others, controversial. But it worked. Rieu didn't just revive the waltz. He reinvented it. His interpretation of pieces like Second Waltz brought classical music to millions who had never stepped inside a concert hall. And with success came scale. By the 2000s, Rieu wasn't just a musician. He was running a massive operation. Over 100 employees, global tours, custom stage designs, and millions in monthly costs just to keep everything running. At one point, his concerts ranked among the highest-grossing tours in the world. Then came the risk. In 2008, he invested heavily in a lavish castle stage production, an ambitious spectacle that spiraled beyond budget. Suddenly, the empire he built was under real financial strain. For the first time, the image of effortless success cracked. But the real turning point came years later. In 2021, during the global shutdown of COVID-19 pandemic, everything stopped. No concerts, no income, and an orchestra of over 100 people depending on him. That's when Rieu said something no one expected. He revealed he was willing to sell his most prized possession, his rare Stradivarius violin, to keep his orchestra alive. Let that sink in. An instrument worth millions. A piece of history. The very symbol of his career. And he was ready to let it go. Not for profit. Not for fame. But for the people behind the music. In the end, he didn't have to sell it. Concerts returned. The orchestra survived. But that moment revealed something deeper than success ever could. Because André Rieu's real legacy isn't the castle, the fortune, or even the music. It's what he was willing to risk to protect it. And sometimes, that tells you more about a legend than anything else. If you love uncovering the hidden stories behind classic Hollywood legends, subscribe to Classic Hollywood Feuds.